Yeah. Give it up for Dallin Webster.
Alright, yeah, thank you. I feel so obligated to make you laugh. Thank you, Rick. I just like to, real quick, I have a lot of power in my hands, the microphone. I'd like to give a quick shout out to my friends here in the front row for supporting me. And also my good friend Ben Garnes and Mac Dog. That's all. There's more, but no, it's been a long time. I was trying to sit here thinking about comics and how writers and comics are successful. I knew about this for like months. I procrastinated, didn't write a thing. Came to the realization that I had nothing for this about a week ago and decided to write. It came into a writer's block, had nothing to put down. It really wasn't fun. So I started thinking about writers. What makes a writer successful? And it was like the pain, the suffering, making that, turn that into a light situation. So I thought about my dating life. And the pen wrote for hours. I could keep you guys going through all my many experiences. It's great. So I was thinking about, I do need to be more social. This is the most social I've been in a while. Most of the time I sit at home, I'm watching old reruns of One Tree Hill, The Bachelorette. Every week when the season's going, call me, we have parties, it's great. No, I need to be more social, I need to get out there. And oftentimes I don't know how you feel, but I feel like Facebook stalking is adequate enough. I feel that me getting out there, browsing the wide world web of all my people that could be my friends, is good for me. I like that. So, oftentimes I spend so much time, looking at, girls' pages, and I'm like, maybe I should actually go out and meet real girls. That doesn't happen. And then I think about the profit. I mean, most of us are LDS here, right? I mean, my humor will appeal to you. But the prophet has made it a point that all able young men be in pursuit of marriage. Yeah. It's a lot of pressure for like someone like me who's not married yet. But I think to myself, if I could just ask one favor of all you young ladies, beautiful young ladies that have come to support me tonight, if you could, don't give me your full name unless you're going to say yes to my friend request. That's the only thing I ask in return. That was good. The clapping, you got that going? No, but it's funny because it's funny, when you walk out on the stage of life. With girls and with dating, it's just a big mess. I get on Facebook, and I have all this optimism. I do. I have all this optimism in the world that there'll be a message, a post on my wall, a friend request from a beautiful young lady. One or two things happens. I get on, there's nothing there. And I realize that nothing has changed in the last 10 minutes. The other thing that happens is there is a message. I get all, my optimism turns to excitement. Yes, a message. It's probably a girl. It's that girl I talked to about 3 months ago. I got her number, never called her. Click on the message, open it up to find out I've been invited to yet another wedding group. So not only am I not receiving mail from girls, I'm receiving, rubbing in the face of the success of others. And, that can hurt. It does hurt. And I'm getting to that point now where I realize all my friends are getting married. They're moving on and leaving me there. And that's fine. That's fine. But, I find myself browsing, the local high schools now. Seminary graduations. And finding a lot of promising aspects there. And I realized it'd probably be beneficial if I browsed for women. Hold on. A lot of times I'm trying to find the next generation of cool guys. And I think everybody would agree with me, it's nice to dream. I want someday to be an adoptive father figure to the next generation of cool men. They come in, they can look up to me. they can be like, that guy was cool. Then they move on, go on their missions, and I date their girlfriends. That's one thing I look forward to. Another thing I don't like about Facebook, I pull all my humor from dating life and Facebook. That's all I know. But you get on Facebook and they have the ads on the side of the page. You know what ads I'm talking about. The ones that are supposed to appeal to you. The ones that are supposed to appeal to your, interest based on your profile. I get on, there's supposed to be things like Coldplay tickets now, buy a shirt to Jurassic Park or whatever. The ads I see, World of Warcraft. I've never played that game. Why does that appeal to me? But it does. Then you get the ads that say like, find local singles in your area. Those are tempting. I made the mistake of clicking on the one with the really hot girl that says, do you want a girlfriend? I answered honestly. I said, yes, that'd be great. Click, word of caution. Don't just go clicking around on the internet. It lead to harmful things. And like I said, they almost had me on the second one, find local singles in your area, but I thought to myself, no, Dallin. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice? Shame on me. And, so I find myself, having all this, all these stories of Facebook and everything. Let me share an experience from my life. Let me just end you on this. An experience from my personal dating life. This is intimate. Respect this. It's hard to, it's hard for a single guy to be out there. I get go lots of first dates. They're great. Half of them are set up by people that don't know me, to people who also don't know me. That's fine. But you have to work hard at those first dates to get that second date, even that third date. And one time, this happened to me. A third date. Thank you. And I currently am single, for any of those ladies out there. But I get the third date, and I find myself, number 3, I move slow. I hear all my friends yelling at me, why haven't you held her hand? Why haven't you kissed her or anything? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm an idiot. And so, I find myself this third date, and I heard this rumor from a bunch of my friends who said, go see Inception. It's like 3 hours long. There's a lot of time to build up to that hand. He said, I found success in this myself. Go too. So I'm sitting there from the start of the movie, ever so slowly. I'm making my way over. I even hesitate a few times, look over. She's giving me nothing. And I think to myself, I'm getting nothing here. Wait a second. Girls want confidence. Am I right? I should just go for that hand. Date number 3, she wouldn't have said yes unless she wanted it, right? Gosh. So I sit back down, slide my hand over. I'm getting there. I'm moving. I'm climbing this mountain, And I get over to her hand, and literally we get to this point. I've made it in the door. Nothing. No give back. I expect. It's a give and take, girls. I got nervous. I got a little gun shy. I didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm holding it there. We are doing nothing for about 5-10 seconds. Count that down. It's miserable. I back out. As slowly as I had arrived. We are now coming back full circle. I pivot in my movie chair. It's fine. This is awkward. The only thing I can think to say to this daughter of God, who has now turned me down. No? And there's nothing that you can say after that. You go back to the movie, you finish the hour and 45 minutes that you have left. Inception was a terrible idea. You take her home and you call it a night. No, that's just kidding. But I wanted to plug something real quick before I get off stage. I'm basically done, but I will be starting my own blog soon. It's apparently this new thing. People are doing blogs. And I'm going to start mine. I'm going to call it the Webster's Chictionary. It is going to be all about my dating experiences and stories just like you've heard tonight. So appreciate your time and you have a good night.